I wanted to do this for another channel that I did in the past, about playing guitar and all that, about making music, but I'm gonna do it here. Um, all these examples are gonna be in standard tuning. The thing is, the reason I'm doing this is because there's really easy techniques and stuff like that that I didn't know years ago that I wish I did, and I didn't learn until later in my playing and all that that make things simple. And you'll notice everyone falls into things. I fall into things too. So this first one is gonna be kind of folky or whatever, but let's start simple. All right. So an E minor, if you know what that is, that's what's gonna happen. An A minor. If you know those chords, then awesome. But if you don't, we're gonna keep the top string open, second fret on the string below it, and the string below that. So this one and that one, right there, second fret, and all the rest open. So, all right. Now I'll give you the pattern for almost all the song. All right. So top string, then full strum. Then just down, up, down, up. Now switching to A minor from there. So second string is going to be open. So not top one, not this one, right? This one's going to be open. Then it's going to be second fret, first fret, open. So same strumming pattern. We aren't going to hit the top string, all right? And if you can do that, that's most of the song. There's one other part that's like bridge I'll play in a second, but all right, for that other part, what it's going to be is A minor to start. So second string, open. The A string, if you're in Sam doing, okay. Second fret, first, open, right? So now the reason I wrote it like this is your hand doesn't have to go all over the place. So if you're trying to write something simple, you can. E minor is next, so open top, then second, rest open like I showed you a second ago. Back to A minor, right? Hey Andrew, welcome. And then D minor. So I know that these are open chords and they aren't what every beginner starts with. I start with power chords, they're easier, but you know, it is what it is. So we aren't going to hit the top string or second string, right? So this one's not going to be hit, this one's not going to be hit. We're going to start with the string under it open, then second fret, third fret, first. See? So, I know it might be hard for some people to grab, especially new players and all that, but it is what it is, right? It's one that I've been messing around with for a few years. But, like I said, real simple. So, altogether, the song has 3 chords to it. You don't need to write something that's really, really difficult, all right? So, the whole thing, well, both parts anyway. I'm gonna switch over. So, with songs like that, they're all on one part of the neck. You saw my hand wasn't moving all up and down it. It doesn't need to. Now you can write like that. There's going to be some stuff that I'm going to cover that is a little bit more like that and a little bit more difficult. But I just want to show you guys what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's really all there is to it. This next one is going to be a bit tougher, but it is what it is, right? So the D minor, the one from the last one. I use D minor, A minor, and E minor a lot when it comes to open chords, right? Which means not like bar chords, stuff like that. So the D string, if you're in open tuning, so not the top, not the second one below that, it's going to be open. And then the rest. Hey, WizKid, didn't see that, or was I don't know, whatever it is. All right, but yeah, like I said, this one, it's up, down. This one has a hammer on, so techniques that you might think are just good for single string can be thrown in for chords, stuff like that. So you don't need to write something super complicated, but you can put in techniques that you know with what you're already doing. Like with this one, it's going to be more complicated than the first one I showed, but so when I'm doing this, I'm only strumming once. So it's the chord, which is, I don't use the top string or the string underneath it. The one underneath that is open. We hit that. Then it's 2, 3, 1, right? And then I hit this top again. Actually, no, I don't hit the top. I hit the where this finger is, right? So not the bottom string, not the string above it, string above that. I'm gonna hit it open. Hammer on. And then down, up, strum, right? So now that might just sound boring if you do it over and over again. So there's another part. Now here's where it gets a little bit trickier. Not completely yet. A minor should be in that other example, right? So far, just 2 chords. Not too bad with the little finger drop thing, right? A little bit of technique. So, come on. There we go. Not too bad, right? Then go back to what I'm going to call part A, right? After that, here's where it gets a little bit trickier. Because the chords, there's about to be more introduced. So, you know how with the A minor, it's that open string right there, and then second, first. Well, that's not what we're doing now. We're going to go open, second, open, right? So, then E minor. E minor, which I shown before. Then D minor. So, yeah, it might seem like it's all over the place, but it's another one that, again, for as difficult as it seems, you know, once you get used to techniques and stuff, it won't be as hard. But where I'm getting at is because it's all right here. It's the same thing like Billy Gibbons and a lot of other people do is they'll play all in one part of the neck. You won't see them going all like this. Now there are examples where it will be, but not right now. So let's put this whole thing together real quick. So there's the parts for that. Another one that's pretty simple overall, actually really simple in the beginning, showing like you can write crazy stuff, but you don't always need to. The verse part is just 2 chords. It's not even an A minor because we aren't going to use this one at all. I'm just going to hit this string right here, this second one, third, and fourth. Right? And then the other time it's an E minor, and I'm just going to hit the top 3 strings. So, and that's the whole verse part. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. So. See, not hard at all. You can even do it with one finger, just. But stuff doesn't need to be difficult. So, like I said, real quick. Now, for the chorus part for this, yeah, it's on third. Power chord, third fret, second string, then fifth fret on the string underneath that, and fifth on the string underneath that. You can play 2 strings or 3 strings, it doesn't matter. So, right? Then, just doing the chord progression real quick. Same chord shape, just move to the top string. So third fret, then fifth. Right? So. Now the part B to this chorus is going to be the same as part A to the beginning. So it's third fret, power chord, second string. Then it's going to be, yeah. So 3, 3, 5, then 3, yeah. Sorry, I'm not used to talking this one out. I'm just used to playing it. It's been so long. But with the verse. There we go. There we go. It's been there we go. So it's power chord on the third fret, second string, third fret, top string, fifth fret, top string. Part B, again, second string, third fret, first string, fifth fret, then 8, 7. So all right, that one's going too long. All right, another one, again, A minor, E minor. That's the main part of the song. Actually, it starts with E minor, then goes to A minor. So this one, drums do a heavy lifting, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. So like I said, real easy. And the chorus part really has, like, if you want to call it the chorus part, it has like 3 chords. Wait. No, 1 chord, 2 notes to it. So you can write stuff really, really simple. So open second string, this one right here, second fret here, another string below it. All right, I know it's not sounding the best. I'm used to my guitar hanging a lot lower, but because of the confines, it's up as high as it is. So with that, like I said, mainly 1 chord. All right. So it's just that. That's it. Then power chord, third fret, top string, third fret, second string, second fret. Yeah, I think I went with second fret on that one. So yeah, I did. So, another one, E minor, real easy. You can play this however you want, but basically, why I'm doing this is to show people that you can write however you want. It doesn't need to be anything super difficult or anything like that. I usually do this on electric, but the whole verse part is dirt simple. Now, you can decide to palm mute it or play it however you want. I rest my fingers on the strings and kind of mute it, okay? So, E minor. Then I'm not palm muting. I'm resting my fingers. It's dead. So. And when you hear it come through, I'm pressing down again. It's usually on that up strum. So. Then power chord. Top fret, top string. So it's going to be back to that first part, and then we're going to go do a power chord on the third fret top string, all right? That's the whole verse, over and over again, right? Now, the chorus part, a little bit tougher, has a little bit more movement, and is kind of all over the neck, I'm not going to lie, all right? So, third fret, second string, power chord. And then it's going to be E minor, power chord on the fifth fret of the second string, E minor. So it's going to be broke up into parts, right? So we'll call that part 1. So. We're going to do that again real quick. All right. Part 2. Third fret, second string, power chord. Then move the power chord to the first string, same fret, then down to the 5, right? So. Back to the 3. So. All right. Now, we're going to repeat parts A and B. And there's going to be actually, we're going to repeat part A, and we're going to introduce part C. That's kind of how this works. So the part A, or part 1, whatever. Right? Part B. Part A. Part C. Second fret, second string. Third fret, second string. So, third fret, top string. Seventh fret, actually, fifth fret, second string. That's right. Let's see. Oh, okay. Another one where the main part, the verse part, is easy enough, and it does incorporate a technique along with chords. So like I said, you can write however you want, but it doesn't always need to be super complicated. Now, first, how it's going to start is open. We have to play the top string. It's going to be second string, open, basically an A, right? Open, then second fret of the string below it. And sometimes I'm going to drop my middle finger in on the third fret on the second string. So the one that I'm playing, but I'm not, fretting currently. So. Then I move it down a string. back up. So. So with just the part that has the finger drop, right? The little hammer on. Right? Now, 3rd fret, top string. Rest your finger on the string below it. Not hard enough to let it play a note. And hit the top 3 strings. Right? I'm going to play a chord like that. So. Gonna hit that once, then up to E minor. So. Now, the chorus part, power chord, 3rd fret, top string, 5th on the 2nd, then 7 on the top. So, then E minor, all the way up here. So this one does have a lot of movement, but it's really not that bad. So, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, right? But the second time through, instead of doing the on the E minor, you're gonna hit that twice, and then chord right there, right? So. There you go. All right. So together, why not? The B part, right? The chord. All right. But like I said, you can write however you want. This one's going to be something a little bit different. Yeah, sounds good enough. So, 7th fret of the A string, 2nd string, you see not top one underneath, 8 below that, 9 below that. Now, I'm going to show you kind of how I do this, right? So, I'm going to go from that to a power chord, which means I lay this finger across, right? So it's going to go back and forth, right? So, it's that jazz chord thing that was weird for me to grab up to, okay? I'm not going to lie. But, so what I'm doing here is I'm sliding and picking from the 7th fret up to the 2nd. So yeah, I wish that this camera angle was better, but it is what it is. So now this next part came from an exercise that I used to do, but I know it's gonna be fast and everything else, and not something best, but usually distorted, so I don't care. So just 2 times each, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, really fast. And then E minor, right? So now for the chorus part, down to the 7th, 2nd string, 8th, 7th, then 5th on the top string. So and that's really all there is to that one. But like I said, you don't necessarily need to move all over the neck. I know sometimes I do. Oh yeah, this one is moves up over the neck, but you don't necessarily need to. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I wrote that doesn't. This one overall really simple. E minor again, I use it all the time, but open top string, second fret, right? And here's the main strumming pattern that I'm going to show you first because it really is the main one. And I'm not used to doing this on acoustic. It's weird. Bear with me for a second, all right? So, that's the main one. So, chord progression. Then 3 on the second string, power chord. So, third on the first, one on the first, right? So, that's the whole verse. Pretty simple, right? Like I said, you don't need to write anything crazy. The chorus is even simpler, pretty much. E minor. So, all that is that, and then I'm going down to 7 on the first, power chord, and going all the way up to the second, I believe, right? Yeah. Then, so it's just it's that simple. Oh crap! Why did I have to put this next one on the list? All right, so this one, the reason I said that is it's one that I've been kicking around for years, and all that, and it's one that always kills my arm. That's really all there is to it. Now, there are techniques, different timings, stuff like that in here. So this one might take a minute. So, how it's going to start is open top string, 5th fret on the second string, right? On the 8th string, stand tune. Then you're going to slide down to the 7. The reason I'm doing that is if this thing's still in tune, this should be the same note. So I'm doubling up, right? So I'm sliding down into it. A lot of sliding in the beginning of this, right? So 5 to 7. Power chord 3, starting on the 3rd fret, top string. I'm going to slide down to a 5. Down to a 6. So, back to the 5 right away. So just one hit on the 6. And one hit on the 3, right? So, 1 into that. Back to the 3. So. I know the guitar is sounding kind of beat right now, but I've been going kind of hard at it off and on all day, so that is what it is. Now, for the verse part, not going to be the easiest for everyone. We're going to start on the 5th fret. So, top string, power chord, then it goes 3, and the second, 5, and then 3 on the first, right? And this is part A of the verse. So, right? Not too bad. Now, part B. Back to the 5. Then, let me make sure I got that right. Yep. 6 on the second, 5 on the second power chord, right? Now, back to part A. Part C. 3rd fret, second string, power chord, then fifth. So now that part usually kind of has my arm fried, right? Because we're playing it at speed. But on top of that, and at speed I mean faster than that, my guitar singing lower. It's a lot thinner than this acoustic. So a bit easier to play quick. Excuse me. All right. So, fifth fret, second string, power chord, then up to the fourth, down the fifth, sixth, fifth, fourth. So it's right. Part A. Part B, power chord on the fifth fret, top string. And now we're going to be lifting the finger there on the second string, putting it back down, right? So. Right, that's basically how fast it's normally played, actually a little bit slower, but than I normally play it. But I'm going to slow it down to this. Are you catching that? I'm just picking like this. Right? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So part A, part B, right? Let's do that real quick. That's part A, right? Part C. Third fret, power chord, top string. So all together, real quick. Actually, not even all together, but the whole chorus part may as well, right? So, give me 1 second. And you see the chorus part, the reason it's an arm killer, it's not because this one's moving all over the place, it kills this song. Because it's very fast picking. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 8. 8, 8, 4, 8. So like I said, arm killer. Alright, so may as well do 2 more. I'm already at it. We'll go with. So done that. Oh, yeah. Another one, real easy. 7th fret, top string, power chord. Then let's go 5, 7 power chords on the string below it, right? So then the part B is 7 top, 5 on the A string, then 5 on the top, right? Here we go. Now that's half the song. The other half, all right. See the top? Power chord, 5th string. 5th fret. 7th fret on the next string under it, the A string. 7 on top. 5 on the second, right? and that A string. So it's really that simple. So all right. Here's another one that's been kicking around for a long time. So it's gonna have a lot of open notes, but open top string, open second string after that. Actually, let me just play it, then I'll tell you. Right? Doesn't need to be super hard to write. You can write whatever you want, however you want. So open top string, open second string, second fret, third, right? Second, open. Oops. You can even do it one finger, right? So not the second string, one below it. 2, 3, 2. Then second string, 3, 2. So second fret, third string, third fret, second, third on the A string, second string right there, and then an E minor, right? So I'm just showing you the guitar parts that I wrote. There's more to that song, but I didn't write the rest of that guitar part. But I do like that intro, and like I said, it doesn't need to be anything really difficult. Yeah, it might be 3 strings, but it's one chord. You know what I mean? Again, open, top, open second string, second, third. And it's even when you can play one finger. Why do I keep messing it up? So, you don't need to know how to write everything or anything else. Hopefully that'll help some people. You know, writing it doesn't have to be difficult. You can put in as much effort as you want or make it as crazy as you want. You don't have to do insane stuff. It's not really hard to write anything. You know what I mean? You know, I use a lot of a lot of people use a lot of that. There's the whole punk rock box thing too, real simple. So let me explain that real quick. Do a power chord somewhere on the first string. I don't care where. All right. Now move that down one set of strings. Now move that down 2 frets. Move that out to the top string. There you go. Those 4 chords. You don't have to use all of them. You can, or you cannot. And you can just start writing something. It's really that simple. You know what I mean? So, you don't have to overthink it. You can have whatever techniques you want. And over time, I realized I kind of had to differentiate stuff. So it wasn't all kind of similar because I didn't have any other techniques to help differentiate. You know what I'm saying? But let me get off here.